Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that the internet is gone. Not slow, not broken, gone. No Google, no Instagram, no YouTube, no online banking, no cloud services, nothing. Within hours, billions of people are cut off from the systems they rely on every day. Within days, entire industries begin to grind to a halt. And within a month, the world becomes almost unrecognizable. But here's the twist. When the internet finally comes back, some people don't want it back at all. You wake up and reach for your phone. No notifications, no messages, no emails, no internet. You try Wi-Fi, nothing. You switch to mobile data, still nothing. You restart your phone, nothing changes. At first, you don't think much of it. Maybe your internet provider is having issues. Maybe your router is broken. Maybe it'll be fixed in a few minutes. You make breakfast. You get ready for work. You continue with your morning. But then your friend calls, not through an app, an actual phone call. They can't get online either. Neither can their family. Neither can their neighbors. Soon, reports begin spreading through television and radio. The internet isn't down in your city. It isn't down in your country. It's gone everywhere. Nobody knows why, nobody knows how, and nobody knows when it will return. For the first time in decades, the world is disconnected. At first, it feels almost peaceful. No emails demanding attention, no endless notifications, no social media arguments, no doom scrolling. Some people even enjoy it. Maybe we become too dependent on technology, they say. Maybe this break is exactly what we needed. Then reality starts catching up. A man walks into a coffee shop and orders breakfast. When it's time to pay, he taps his card. Declined. He tries again. Declined. He pulls out another card. Declined. The cashier apologizes. The payment network is offline. Cash only. The man looks around. He doesn't have any cash. Neither do most of the people standing behind him. For years, society quietly moved away from physical money. Now everyone is remembering why cash existed in the first place, and suddenly, this doesn't feel like a minor inconvenience anymore. As the day continues, more cracks begin to appear. Food delivery services stop, ride-sharing apps stop, online shopping stops, streaming services stop. Millions of remote workers suddenly can't do their jobs. Meetings are canceled, businesses close early. Entire industries begin slowing down, and this is only day one. Most people think of the internet as something used for entertainment. Videos, games, social media, but beneath the surface, it powers far more than that. Banks depend on it, hospitals depend on it, supply chains depend on it, factories depend on it, governments depend on it. The modern world was built assuming the internet would always exist. Now that assumption has vanished. By the second day, things become much more serious. A truck driver sits in a parking lot with 20 tons of food behind him. Normally, a computer system tells him exactly where to go. Today, that system is gone. Nobody can contact the warehouse. Nobody knows where the shipment belongs. Thousands of other drivers face the same problem. Food exists, but nobody knows how to move it. At a hospital, doctors are forced to switch to backup systems. Patient records become harder to access. Communication becomes slower. Every process that once took seconds now takes minutes, and every minute matters. At airports around the world, passengers wait for answers. Flights are delayed, schedules break down. Airlines struggle to coordinate with one another. Thousands of people become stranded. The systems that quietly manage millions of lives every day have suddenly disappeared, and nobody has a replacement. Then comes the moment that truly scares people. Stock markets close, not because they want to, because they have to. Without the networks that connect financial institutions, trading becomes nearly impossible. Billions of dollars freeze in place. Investments stop moving. Transactions stop processing. For the first time in modern history, the financial engine of the world begins slowing down. People start asking a question nobody wanted to ask. Can society actually survive this? Then something even stranger happens. The biggest problem isn't money, It isn't transportation, it isn't technology, it's information. Nobody knows what's happening. One city hears the outage will be fixed tomorrow. Another hears it could take months. Some believe it was caused by hackers. Others blame governments. Others believe it was a massive solar storm. Rumors spread everywhere. Facts become rare. For decades, humanity had instant access to answers. Any question could be searched within seconds. Now there are no answers, only uncertainty, and uncertainty creates fear. People begin stockpiling supplies, store shelves empty, fuel becomes harder to find, not because resources have disappeared, but because people are afraid they might. Fear spreads faster than facts ever could. The world feels unstable. Many believe things are about to collapse, but then something unexpected happens. The collapse never comes. People adapt, neighbors begin talking to each other, communities organize locally, radio stations become important again, libraries fill with visitors, children spend more time outside, families spend more time together, life slows down. For the first time in years, many people aren't staring at a screen every waking moment. Some discover hobbies they forgot they had. Others reconnect with friends they hadn't spoken to in person for years. Local businesses become gathering places. Communities grow stronger. The world isn't better, but it isn't worse either. It's simply different. A month passes. The internet is still gone. Humanity has changed. A teenager who once spent 10 hours a day online now spends evenings with friends. Families eat dinner together. People know their neighbors. Some even admit they feel happier. Not because life is easier, but because it feels more present. And that's when an uncomfortable question begins appearing. If the internet returned tomorrow, would everyone actually want things to go back to the way they were? Then one morning, it happens. A signal appears. One website loads. Then another. The internet is returning. The world celebrates. Businesses reopen. Markets recover. Communication returns. Billions of people reconnect overnight, but not everyone celebrates. Because during those 30 days, some people found something they didn't realize they had lost. Time, attention, connection, the real kind. And now they face a choice: return completely to the old world, or keep part of the new one. Fortunately, this scenario is extremely unlikely. The internet is one of the most resilient systems ever created. It was designed to survive failures, designed to root around problems, designed to keep working even when parts of it break. But imagining a world without it reveals something important. The internet isn't just technology anymore, it's the foundation of modern civilization. And maybe that's why the thought of losing it feels so terrifying. Not because we would lose the internet, but because we would lose the world we built around it. So let me ask you, if the internet vanished tomorrow, what would you do first?